Constructive Chris. Today I'm doing a special movie about building with arthritis and hand pain. It's inspired by the fact that in my 40s I've gotten back into Fisher-Price Construx as a hobby, a springboard from my Lego hobby, and I'm realizing that, wow, this seems like it's actually made for people who have arthritis, kind of like my forks that have the extra big handles.
I have osteoarthritis, which caused these deformities in my knuckles. It's painful and I have limited range of motion. I also have fibromyalgia, which causes pain in all of my joints, weakness in my hands, and a bit of clumsiness. A final thing to note is that I have a birth defect. My right index finger is a little shorter than it's supposed to be, and it's pointy, and I don't have much coordination and feeling in it. Normally when I build, I do so lying on my side on my couch with a tray like this. It's because I also have osteoarthritis in my back and degenerative disc disease. Sometimes I build in bed on a tray. I'll keep mine flat, but I'm showing this standing up just to show folks what some options are in case you have a sitting disability like I do. A mat on the floor is great too. This is what I use when I'm building my own creations. Sitting hurts, so the only time I sit to build is when I'm making a video.
So I'm making this movie about the experience of different building toys and how it feels with somebody who has hand pain.
I picked out these three sets that seem comparable in size and build time. On the top left here is a vintage Lego set from the era of my childhood. This one's from the early 90s. On the bottom left is a modern Lego set. They do build and feel differently. And then, of course, there is the Construx set.
Today I'm building the vintage Lego set. So this is Surf and Sail Camper Lego set number 6351. Okay, and these tight heads, when even new sets or any set, the heads to take them back off, they can be tricky if you don't get the head on like straight and you want to move it. I think I've resorted to pliers before for that. My hand is feeling like slightly sore and crampy, but it's just because I'm thinking about it. One of the biggest difference in these vintage directions is that they don't have the space that says, these are the pieces that go in this step. Okay, one thing, I'm rolling this opposite the direction that it seemed like it was rolled before because I'm rolling it based on the way the instructions show it rolled. This is not fun for my hands. These little rubber bands, I don't have these for any new sets. There's an extra one left with it, which is awesome. Thank you, seller. So getting this on, just that, oh wow, there's two extras. Is that a double? Well, this is not fun with my hands. This is tactilely difficult. Is that a word? This is something I noticed with older sets. There's a lot of pressing plates down onto plates, and I just don't think the newer sets do this as much. I'm starting to get some pain in my hand right here. I am such a stickler for like straightening these 1x1 pieces. They can get wonky, and I'm such a stickler for that straight line there. My little deformed finger can help a lot because it's got that pointy tip and I can just press things in real easy. Oh, that was early. Oh well. But the way these instructions are done, I always do end up skipping around steps a little bit because they don't give you like that specific list of these are the pieces you place this step. You just look at the pictures and see what's missing. By the way, I love Lego campers. Love them. Any age, any era. Well, I just love campers. I love camping. It's just very exciting to me. You know, I only see one wheel that has any evidence of any type of potential chew marks because vintage Lego, the wheels are always chewed on. I love it. Easy. No big deal. No big deal. Like, anything that was challenging on this for me with my hands, I've already forgotten about. Well, rolling up this thing, but no. No big deal. This is Lego 60404 Burger Truck. Something interesting about this particular set is it doesn't have a sticker sheet. So I'm not going to be able to compare the sticker experience, but since my vintage Lego and my Construx are sets that are used, they already have the stickers placed, so I can't really compare that anyway. Putting things in their hands is not super easy, but it's not really a problem. I think that's just an everybody thing. The modern directions are definitely easier to follow. They go a lot quicker. I mean, you turn pages a lot. You just have more steps for things. I'm filming these on different days so that I don't have hand fatigue. Like, I don't want to be unfair to any set. Very satisfying. I love the feeling of pressing these pieces together. And the new sets, they hit different. I said there was like a plate on plate difference, and there actually kind of is. So see how this has not solid plate, like we're building up on plates, but this is not solid. There is a tile under there. So that middle part, so you can get a finger under there and pull it apart. Look at these print pieces. These are so cool. These directions you really can mindlessly follow because they're so easy. Mindful of the disassembly, this is on like a rolly thing. There's going to be bricks placed all around this bit here, and it could be a brick there instead of this, which has no studs, but that's going to make it easier to take apart. All right, here we go, tires. Not bad. Not fun. I will say sometimes when I'm doing a build, and if my partner's home, I will give him the tires to put together. Yeah, that, ouch. Really bothered my knuckle. That is a cochlear implant. I think it's amazing. I think it's wonderful. I love it. I know that there are children with cochlear implants, or who have friends with cochlear implants, that this means the world to. That's fantastic. These little itty bitty bits are getting a little hand crampy, but not a big deal. I would love the idea of a cheeseburger larger than my head. That's great. All right. I do not love all these teeny tiny pieces. I mean, I love them. They're adorable and they make for a great detailed, interesting build. But my hands are not enjoying them. Posts. This is a difference in modern versus vintage Lego. There's not a lot of these posts. This would be 3 bricks in the vintage set that I have to put together and then try to straighten. So I appreciate this. One of my conditions, fibromyalgia, also the long COVID that I have, one of the symptoms is cognitive impairment. So it is nice for me mentally to have simpler instructions sometimes that I can do mindlessly. I love it. It's awesome. Honestly, no trouble. Lego is a very accessible toy. The little bits, not always fun to press down, but not really a problem. Like, I've already forgotten all about it, no big deal, and I'm not gonna, like, not build again. Maybe someday things will progress to the point where that's too hard for me, but I hope not. Oh, it's great. Great build, great experience. Today we are doing 586 Stellar Exploration Set, Fisher-Price Construx. It has been actually several days since I recorded the last segment. I wasn't feeling well because fibromyalgia. But here we go. I'm going to say something right away just about instruction manuals. So obviously the vintage set, you know, page by page, step by step instructions for the build, but you know, the modern set, the current set, more clear directions, let you know which pieces are needed for each step. Very clear, showing you where things go. Not as easy to miss things. And then, you know, Construx is like, well, here's a picture of it, and here's some other ideas. Good luck. So that's just one thing I wanted to point out as far as, I know I'm talking about arthritis, but other disabilities. We're talking maybe cognitive disability, learning differences. You know, what is somebody's preferred style for building and instructions? As far as ultimately getting to what the picture on the box looks like, not necessarily freestyling. Like, what is the best instructions? And honestly, I can't speak for everybody. That would depend on the person. I find the instructions for the modern Lego sets to be the easiest. There it is. Okay, so I have 2 angles. Set that up to look at like a puzzle box. I do not enjoy pushing these pieces on. I don't know if that's an arthritis thing, though. Yeah, it is challenging. supposed to do that. Let me just tell you, we're looking at this area right in here. I was thinking I was going to have to bring some beams out in this spot to connect to this knot to get down here, and there's no way you can do a T of, or an X or a plus of beams between these two cylinders and get the two cylinders connected. It's physically impossible. So I'm seeing that I'm actually not going to bring anything from here to within these cylinders, like this thing I started. I can't do that and connect it. So I'm just gonna come back around from the bottom once I get this put together and get this beam in here. Instead of getting the knot on this way, I'm gonna get the knot on from up here, because I can go up and down like this. I just can't bring stuff out to the side, so I gotta get the knots on over here otherwise. Let's see. Together. No way to get anything coming out from here. Okay, now I can come out from there. Try See? They're on without having to get the beams coming out to them, because it's just not possible. It still fascinates me how we built these as kids. Did we get them right? I don't know. Oh. These stickers, I can't see them placed here in the picture, but based on the other builds and the suggestions here, I identified where the stickers should go on the parts. If this set were brand new, you would be putting these diskies on, the spinny diskies would get also put on there. Those are really hard to get off, so I left them on. Getting the tire on the hub thing, easier than any Lego, for sure. Wow. I don't even think... So the picture, I'm not seeing this bit. We'll see what pieces I have left as I go. But there's like no other place where everything's held together. Classic confusion here. I'm almost out of knots. Wow, how? This does not make any sense. There's the build, and then there's the go back and fix the build. The pieces are specifically done based on what the set says. So there's no, you don't want to get in different pieces. I think I know what this is about. And it's actually pretty cool. my correction was warranted. Yeah. Okay, I'm good. I haven't said no commentary about how this is feeling on my hands, and it's all really actually just fine. It's not a problem. I mean, I'm having a little bit of soreness and fatigue in the joints from the holding and the pushing. So, that's the part I was missing in the story. Look, it's freestanding, so you go, woo! And this is its little rolly holdy thing. And it just sits in there. Oops. Yeah. So, oh, I guess those help hold it in. So it just sits in there and roll it around. Well, that's it. There it is. No big deal. Truly no big deal. Construx, awesome for people with hand pain and arthritis.
Always got to have the next day adjustments. So I just don't like how slanty this is sitting. And I have this extra piece. This is left over. And I noticed that, so this is here per the picture. It serves zero purpose. And it's just sticking up. So I'm guessing there should be one under it, going down below as well, to kind of hold this up maybe. Just going to press it right in there. Now it's all reattached. That is much more stable. Just to show the different angles on this.
So what did I learn? How does it all compare? Honestly, like, there's no issues with any of it. There's really not. I think maybe as my arthritis progresses, the larger pieces that are easier to grip and hold might be better for me, but I'm not seeing any kind of problem or any kind of ongoing problem that I'm going to experience. The lesson to be learned today is that toys are for everybody, play is for everybody, and let's just keep playing.
If you have chronic pain or chronic illness, do check out my page, talkingsplat.com.
My next video is going to be a little tour of some of my vintage Lego sets. I'm really looking forward to showing that to you. Please be patient. It may take a little bit of time. Now you know I live with some chronic health issues, and that oftentimes explains why there's some time in between my videos. I'm just out here doing my best, and I'm keeping up with the business I'm running. But thank you so much for watching, as always, and I will see you soon-ish.